serving across St. Andrews South, and easily the most active, most productive, most, you name the adjectives, consultative committee anywhere across the length and breadth of this island. I heard my previous speaker trying to be very diplomatic in putting what I want to let you know clearly that this is the most active consultative committee anywhere in the island. And I can tell that I've been in Manchester, I've been in St. James, I've been around, and it's nothing like this. And so I must commend you for your continued partnership as we seek to bridge the gap between the police and our citizens. Partnership is key. I want to use just about the next 7 or 8 minutes. I did bring up my clock on my phone. It's not the presentation but the clock because I want to keep at it. But I think it's important that as the custodian of the security apparatus of St. Andrews South, that I report to you, I commit to you when we met earlier this year, in our various groups, whether it was at or the meeting with the justices of the peace or the magistrate or the ministerial fraternity or with the CS, the consultative, all of these groups are committed to that. I will ensure that you are here to hold the police officers accountable. That we will report to you because indeed we are your servants. We are here to serve. Do I have to go further?
We are here
and so, when we reported the last time,
our conference, District Consultative Committee. On the floor speaking is Superintendent Manderson, giving his greetings and his speech. We have also in our midst today the Prime Minister, her former Custos, who is Custos Hardy. We have the present Custos, who is Custon Ian Fox. We are here to promote and to uplift the District Consultative Committee in St. Andrews South Division. I want to say to all the viewers and persons that viewing us, we are intent to bridge the gap between police and the citizen, crime and violence. We are here to make possibility to work.
With the help of all our citizens, we have managed to come out of that rut. And as it stands today, St. Andrews South is experiencing some 21% decrease in violent crimes. Not just that, but some 22% reduction in murders. In fact, I want you to look carefully at where we have been projecting in terms of our major crimes. And when you look at, I know it's difficult probably to see from where you are, but at this point we have 45 too much murders. I said 45 too many, every single one is one too many. But last year, this time, we were around about 58, running closely behind St. James and other parishes. But we have managed to cut that down by 20+%. The next one. When we look at our analysis of where we are going now, our intent is to have much more days without violent crimes, where through intervention, where through your help, and I must say here, this consultative committee has been with us in the schools to quell violence in schools. They have been with us in the communities walking to quell gang and other violence. And so I want to, go back. So I want you to know that where we are now in terms of a 1.7 rate of incidents per week. My intelligence analyst has projected that if we should continue on this project, and I'm saying if we should, because the intent is for us to reduce that even further, we will end the year with just about 88 murders committed in the entire St. Andrews South. But let me put that in context for you, because this is the same St. Andrews South that over 10 years ago we were experiencing almost 200 murders per year. In fact, when I got here 3 years ago, we were projecting closer to 200, so 160 plus murders. And so if we can continue the fight, to continue the push and the partnership, we could possibly cut the murder rate in St. Andrews South by 50% for the past 5 years. And for the first time in almost 10 years, so 8 or 10 years, for us to have a murder count under 100. This is the hill. And I said to somebody over the past 24 hours that we're pushing for this because it's a big psychological victory to get below 100, because the next push is to get below 50, and when we get to below 50, then the next push is for us to possibly have a 0 year, because we do believe that through intervention and our partnership we can stop the senseless killings within our communities. So let me touch on a few prime items here, some successes brought about by the hard work and the partnership. The first I wish to put forward, it gives me great pleasure, Sir Prime Minister, to let you appreciate, and the audience here, that the St. Andrew South Division, the St. Andrew South Division, we're talking about Huntsville, Seaview, Grady Park, Olympic Gardens police stations. We're talking about the division that has the most inner city communities in the island. We're talking about the communities. I don't want to start calling names, this will be my kid that I'm speaking down of these communities. But this division that many thought was not possible to achieve this. This is the only division in the Jamaica Constabulary Force that is totally ISO 9001 certified. All the stations in St. Andrew South would have been audited by these international auditors just about a month earlier this month, and we are now totally ISO certified. This is your St. Andrew South. This means that we are committed and we are holding our end of the bargain to offer high quality service. It means when you call for the service of a patrol, they will get to you within 10 minutes. We're not asking, we're telling you that we will get to you within 10 minutes. But within 15 minutes, 5 is for police emergency, of course, and the other 10 is for us as a patrol to get there. We're guaranteeing you that when you come to the station and you make a report, that action will be taken. Whether it is that we're going to refer you to for counseling, or we're going to refer the matter towards a court. But we will ensure that your complaints are dealt with when you come to our stations. So make your report about a motor vehicle accident or lost documents. And let me acknowledge the arrival of Dr. Angela Grunberg, of course, our key partner in our process. When you come and you make those reports, we are guaranteeing, watch me out, we are guaranteeing you at St. Andrew South that you will be able to turn back at that police station within 14 days and collect your abstract report. We're not asking, we're telling you, it will be ready. We are committing to you service of the highest standard. We're not fully there because we are human elements, but we are committed to it. And as a management team and staff, we are committed to uphold this certification. Some successes also is that we want to let you know that we are busy removing the instruments that are accounting for over 80% of our murders across the island. And so far for this year, we have seen some 87 firearms in St. Andrew South and confiscated some over 1,282 rounds of ammunition. We're 6 months in. We're 6 months in, and we continue the push. And this compared to last year is not comparable, really. Alright, so also, let's now see some of the images of the seizures that we have made over the past month. This is just over June and May period. So the seizures which we have made across the division. We have also made some significant arrests. I thought it necessary to put some of the names on here so you can see, because you have seen many of these going out on Wanted Wednesdays or on other media platforms, and I must acknowledge the media was very supportive and instrumental, a critical partner for us as well in the fight within St. Andrew South. We have made a number of major arrests which have led to the over 35% rate of arrest rate that we were experiencing within the division as we push towards the 60% mark. When it comes on to staff morale, you know that I am big on that. You know we are big on that as a management team. And like a constable said to me, somebody said to me yesterday that we have had more persons promoted in St. Andrews South over the past 12 months that have been promoted over the past 5 years. I tell you something, there are much more to go. There are much more to go. But we have several promotions of persons who young and bold and seasoned members who are on the front line, making the push, and we know, of course, they are committed leaders to the cause. We have several staff welfare initiatives that we carry out on a daily, weekly basis. It was just last night we were at Huntsville celebrating and giving out awards to some members of staff who have been doing well. Constable who is leading a patrol team, we think it's significant to acknowledge him because he has several juniors with him, and whilst we are not able to possibly put a strap on his shoulder from where we sit, but we at least want to acknowledge him, and we did that. We have the Police Youth Club stalwart in the form of Constable Anson, who is now off on his pre-retirement leave, and we call him back in as a division, acknowledge him, handing him tokens and gifts, as well acknowledging his service for youth clubs across the division. A host of other initiatives, as you have seen listed there at various levels, and we have coming up on the 30th of this month a staff retreat where we'll take the entire staff out from the hustle and bustle of crime fighting and just to treat them for the successes and to re-energize for the push for the rest of 2024. Finally, in terms of our community initiatives and interventions, of course, our partnership with the Consultative Committee stands out as number one. It stands out as easily one of the most cherished, one of the most greatest gems in our initiatives that we continue to push. We have a number of others, including the Whitfield Town Project, which is to create a safer and industrial and entertainment space for Greater Whitfield Town. The PW crime and reduction, which we're heavily in partnership with the political and the social, in terms of SDC and others within that space. We have the Waterhouse Community Peace Initiative leagues and activities that goes on there. The weekly community walkthroughs, every single week we're in another community as a commanding officer management team, meeting residents, bridging the gap. The parenting workshops, which we have started across the division, and that again is an innovative to see how we can curb and impact the mindset of the youngsters, the youth. I said this in a forum some weeks ago that much of the crimes that we're experiencing now are what I call the pandemic youth, the young people, some of whom have fallen out of school post-pandemic and have not gone back, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. And so we are on a drive to impact these individuals so that we can possibly curb what the future outcome will be like. We have several other programs which most of you are possibly favorite. Two of which I want to highlight is our Street Corner Concert Initiative, which we go on each corner and through the use of gospel or other music, we bring out the community and impact and reach out and to extend the message to them. I also want to highlight our domestic violence intervention program. Because while yes, we have a gang history in St. Andrews South, we have come to appreciate that a lot of the violence that we experience as well start from some simple domestic matters. Whether it is that a brother ate some of the food of a sibling, or somebody decided that they're going to throw water in front of somebody else's doorway. And many times we have situations where those simple things, you would say, turn out to be crime scenes that we have to attend to. And so we're keeping close to the communities with these domestic violence intervention initiatives with a view